deep thinking music with piano textures, productivity loop music for nighttime, cozy night jazz, lofi study mix, instrumental lo-fi for office workers, chill hop jazz tracks for intense focus, peaceful lo-fi sax for mental reset, study music for quiet environments, lo-fi for tech professionals coding beats, calm playlist for deep focus routines, sleep-friendly jazz lofi mix, instrumental focus beats without vocals, serene jazz piano for late night learning, productivity mix jazz edition, late evening chill hop beats playlist, saxophone harmonies for work zones, chill lo-fi loops for long projects, ambient jazz background for presentations, low distraction music with lo-fi texture, smooth piano sax jazz for research focus, emotional lo-fi jazz for solo thinkers, classical jazz lofi fusion study mode, music for creators and knowledge workers, chill sax lo-fi for morning focus, elegant lo-fi jazz for daytime work, background lo-fi with emotional tones, steady beat focused music for students, no lyrics jazz lofi for exam time, homework aid playlist with lo-fi beats, chill music mix for concentration boosting, lo-fi piano sax duo for calm minds, background vibes for silent working spaces, chill out jazz mix for intense workflow, instrumental beats for university students, ambient chill hop for coffee shop scenes, lo-fi jazz tracks for online studying, background study music with chill feel, serene lofi for writing and thesis, calm beats for working or med students, stress-free music for reading time, late night flow state music, jazz lofi, instrumental support music for coders, concentration chill hop saxophone fusion, ambiance music for studying at night, productivity enhancer jazz lo-fi mix, background sounds for peaceful learning, creative session music with lo-fi sax, steady paced jazz lo-fi for thinkers, ambient lo-fi mix for mind. Chill saxophone background music, lofi beats for deep focus, piano jazz, lofi for productivity, background music for coding and study music, lofi jazz, saxophone, relaxing lofi beats with piano, instrumental jazz for homework, calm lofi saxophone music, lofi study mix for concentration, jazz piano, lofi focus beats, lofi music for intense study sessions, background music for working from home, lofi jazz study chill hop mix, focus music for night study sessions, lofi piano beats for motivation, late night lofi saxophone chill, peaceful music for deep work, relaxing lofi jazz for reading, study music piano sax jazz lofi chill hop instrumental jazz piano, jazz music for studying long hours, music to boost productivity lofi, coding music lofi jazz style, sax and piano beats for working, lofi jazz instrumental for work, quiet focus lofi, chill beats, homework music jazz and lofi, soft jazz piano, lofi for calm mind, relaxing piano jazz for writing and peaceful saxophone music for focus, lofi jazz music for creative work, background music for office productivity, smooth saxophone and piano lofi mix, deep focus jazz for university students, lo-fi piano saxophone music for focus, best study beats lofi jazz sax, high quality lofi music for tasks, relaxing music with jazz textures, work music lofi saxophone playlist, chill instrumental beats jazz lofi, piano and sax jazz for mental clarity, peaceful lo-fi jazz tracks for students, focus-enhancing study jazz music, cozy lo-fi piano vibes for concentration, gentle instrumental mix for homework, relaxing beats for exam preparation, saxophone chill hop music for study, lo-fi jazz melodies to stay productive, coding playlist with smooth jazz vibes, chill piano sax mix for essay writing, soft focus background jazz for creatives, subtle lo-fi music for everyday tasks, instrumental chill hop mix for school, focus boosting lo-fi for freelancers, focus beats for writers and students, night session jazz lo-fi playlist, ambient jazz for quiet coffee shop vibe, productivity lo-fi music with piano harmony, relaxing lo-fi listen while studying, motivation music for night owls, late night jazz beats for coders, jazz background mix for library study, aesthetic lo-fi jazz music to chill, quiet beats for working in silence, chill jazz sax for mindful focus, relaxing instrumental piano, sax tracks, lo-fi music to reduce distraction, study with me calm jazz playlist, acoustic jazz lo-fi for reading sessions, peaceful focus music for long tasks, background lo-fi tracks for solo study, jazz lo-fi combo for academic flow, soothing sax beats to increase attention, rainy day jazz lo-fi mix, coding playlist for 10-hour sprints, jazz sax instrumental focus tracks, deep thinking music with piano textures, productivity loop music for night grind, cozy night jazz lo-fi study mix, instrumental lo-fi for office workers, chill hop jazz tracks for intense focus, peaceful lo-fi sax for mental reset, study music for quiet environments, lo-fi for tech professionals coding late, calm playlist for deep focus routines, sleep-friendly jazz lo-fi mix, instrumental focus beats without vocals, serene jazz piano for late night learning, school productivity mix jazz edition, late evening chill hop beats playlist, saxophone harmonies for work zones, chill lo-fi mix for long projects, ambient jazz background for presentations, low distraction music with lo-fi texture, smooth piano sax jazz for research focus, emotional lo-fi jazz for solo thinkers, classical jazz lo-fi fusion study mode, music for creators and knowledge workers, chill sax lo-fi for morning focus, elegant lo-fi jazz for daytime work, background lo-fi with emotional tones, steady beat focus music for students, no lyrics jazz lo-fi for exam time, homework aid playlist with lo-fi beats, chill music mix for concentration boost, lo-fi piano sax duo for calm minds, background vibes for silent working space, chill out jazz mix for intense workflow, instrumental beats for university students, ambient chill hop for coffee shop scenes, lo-fi jazz tracks for all-night study, background study music with chill feel, serene lo-fi for writing your thesis, calm beats for law or med students, stress-free music for reading time, late night flow state music, jazz lo-fi, instrumental support music for coders, concentration chill hop saxophone fusion, ambiance music for studying at night, productivity enhancer jazz lo-fi mix, background sounds for peaceful learning, creative session music with lo-fi sax, steady paced jazz lo-fi for thinkers, ambient lo-fi chill saxophone background music, lo-fi beats Beats Jazz Lo-Fi. Study vibes Lo-Fi with piano sax. Ambient Lo-Fi mix for brain focus. Study and work with Lo-Fi jazz. Encoding with jazz piano and Lo-Fi. Chill hop mix, sax and piano study. Focus music playlist, studying Lo-Fi. Relaxing beats jazz study sounds. Lo-Fi saxophone instrumental for school. Productivity playlist piano. Jazz Lo-Fi. Relaxing study music. Sax jazz piano. Intense focus music. Lo-Fi jazz beats. Writing music chill piano and sax. Background jazz for Zoom meetings. Best Lo-Fi mix for study and calm. Ambient Lo-Fi music for learning. Jazz Lo-Fi piano with rain sounds. Study beats for long sessions. Lo-Fi jazz. Mellow Lo-Fi saxophone and piano. Relaxing music to write and study. Chill Lo-Fi mood with jazz elements. Saxophone jazz for productivity. Music for work and focus with piano. Ambient beats for coding and writing. Relaxing music for calm and study. Lo-Fi jazz blend piano sax. Jazz music for late night coding. Smooth jazz Lo-Fi background tracks. Piano and sax Lo-Fi music for peace. Ultimate jazz chill hop for schoolwork. Instrumental chill Lo-Fi mix focus. Lo-Fi sax piano music for deep work. Chill Lo-Fi mix for office setting. Studying with smooth jazz background. Soft Lo-Fi music, piano and sax. Relaxing coding beats jazz piano. Focus music for software developers. Calm Lo-Fi instrumental beats for school. Background jazz music with piano Lo-Fi. Lo-Fi music with jazz piano and saxophone. Creative music, Lo-Fi chill vibes. Music for flow state, Lo-Fi and jazz. Soothing saxophone jazz study mix. Relaxing jazz for mental clarity. Lo-Fi productivity. Music with sax and piano. Focus music mix for college students. Chill jazz Lo-Fi for professional work. Work from home jazz Lo-Fi playlist. Focus booster music Lo-Fi sax piano. Stress free work music jazz Lo-Fi. Soft focus jazz and chill beats. Sax, jazz, piano, intense focus. instrumental